Next up, we have our keynote speaker, Jonathan Garner. So take it away, Jonathan.
Point up. Let me see. Oh, yes. That's fine. Is it presenting team? Yeah. Let me just do another photo now. Yep, I remember.
You got it?
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Lively one we got today. What? So, before I begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever faced a challenge that felt impossible to overcome?
Yep.
Most of us have been in situations where we feel overwhelmed. Maybe it was a personal struggle, an obstacle in your career, or even something unexpected that changed your life. It's easy to feel defeated in those moments. But sometimes those very challenges help us grow in ways we could never imagine. I'm Jonathan Garner, and I faced several of those surprisingly impossible challenges. I'm a cancer survivor who also happens to have autism, and I am living my best life today. Thanks to this. Thank you. Loud? I'm going to move this right here so that way.
There you go.
The book I got in the eyes. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to go and face and thanks to the support of the trusted people around me, together they've helped me navigate a world that often doesn't fully understand people with disabilities. Today, I'm here to share my story with you. My goal isn't just to highlight the struggles I've overcome, but to show how each of us can use our voices and experiences to make a difference. Because no matter how tough things get, we have the ability to bring about positive change. Now then, before I move on to the next slide, this is a picture of me sitting at a table with a dark blue shirt on. What defines us, our challenges, or how we face them? For me, it's a bit of both. I'm a homeschool graduate, cancer survivor, and I also happen to have autism. I like to say I happen to have autism because autism does not define me. It's just a single piece of who I am, and I have many pieces to myself. I am a person made up of many different experiences and strengths. I'm a dedicated advocate for disability rights at the state and national level. I serve on various boards and organizations like Massachusetts Advocates for Children that support myself and others to live our best lives. My experiences have shaped me to who I am today and inspired me to work on improving the care and support that people with disabilities receive. I also teach medical students through Operation Housefly, where I share my lived experience to make sure everyone gets the health care they deserve. And I'm committed to make sure that happens because I believe all lives matter. This is a picture of me at the State House with some of my support people and a state representative. We were advocating for a bill called Support Decision Making.
Yep.
What would we be without the people who stand by us in tough times? For me, my family has done everything. My mom, Nancy, my dad, Glenn, and my brother, Eric, are my greatest supporters. When I was young, they advocated for me when I couldn't. They made sure I had the support I needed. When I was diagnosed with cancer, my family was there every day, giving me the strength to keep going. We all made it a point to spend time together each week. We supported each other, laughed together, and reminded one another that we're not alone in this journey. I know without their constant love and support, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'm deeply grateful for everything they've done for me. This is a picture of the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C., where I had the honor to speak about the Autism Cares Bill and the Educational Bill last spring. This is my dad, me, my mom, and my brother Alec. Isn't it amazing how small steps can lead to big progress over time? I started early intervention before I turned 1 year old. And looking back, I realized just how critical those early how early intervention played a huge role in my development. And I believe that early supports can truly make a difference for every child. One of the most impactful experiences was learning how to swim through a local swim program. Not only did swimming help me manage my sensory needs, but it also built my confidence. It gave me a sense of accomplishment. The lessons I learned in that pool expanded beyond the waters. They taught me that with the right support, I could face any challenge head on. This is a picture at my swim school where, when I was about 12 years old, I was just about to jump into the deep end of the pool from a diving board. Have you ever felt like the systems that are supposed to help you are actually holding you back? That's how I felt during my time in school. After facing trauma in the public school system at the age of 8, I was homeschooled for the rest of my education. But while it was a difficult experience, it taught me to be resilient and to be an advocate. Through homeschooling, I found the confidence to speak up for myself. I used that skill to help others ever since. Homeschooling shaped me into the person I am today. Someone who believes in the power of education, but also in the need for systems that truly support every learner. I believe that no one should feel silenced or unsupported, especially when they are trying to learn and grow. This is a picture of me at my high school graduation next to my mom, who is my teacher, allowing me to learn at my own pace. She was the best teacher and always made me feel safe while learning. Can one person really make a difference? Absolutely. After experiencing the trauma by the school system, I knew I had to do something so that no one else went through what I did. I started by sharing my story, which eventually led to advocating for a bill to become law. The law that I advocated for was the Massachusetts Restraints and Seclusion Law, which protects children in schools. This was a huge moment for me. It made me realize that my voice mattered and that I could help bring about real change. It gave me and my mom a real purpose to what I have gone through, and it continues to drive my vision of helping others in any way I can, which has led me to continue advocating for people with disabilities on a state and national level. This is a picture of the lawyer who I shared my story with and now is my friend. He taught me that the world is a lot better when we all work together. How do we find the strength to keep going when life throws us its hardest challenges? In 2021, I faced one of the toughest challenges of my life when I was diagnosed with cancer. It was frustrating. It was a frustrating time, but with the support of my family, medical team, and an alternative to guardianship called support decision making, I was able to face it head on. Support decision making allowed me to stay in control of my healthcare decisions while receiving guidance from trusted individuals. This reinforced my belief that everyone deserves to have a voice in their medical care and life. My experience with cancer only deepened my commitment to advocacy. Deepened my commitment to advocacy for people with disabilities, making sure that everyone is empowered in their own healthcare journey. This picture is me when I had cancer. I had no hair due to the medicine they gave me called chemotherapy. I'm in the hospital, I'm in a hospital gown standing next to the radiation machine that helped save my life. I'm holding a Cookie Monster that provided me with much support when I was sick. Now, is there a way for people with disabilities and the elderly to stay in control of their lives while still getting the support they need? Well, yes, as multiple people pointed out already. And that's what supported decision-making offers me. Supported decision-making is an alternative to guardianship, allowing individuals like me to make decisions about our lives with help from people we trust. During my cancer treatments, I used supported decision-making to navigate my medical decisions. It empowered me to be an active participant in my own care, and I believe it's a model that should be widely available to others who need support without losing their independence. I use supported decision-making in all aspects of my life, and continue to do so today. In this picture are words that show all the ways I use supported decision-making in my life. They are family, mental health, faith, work and advocacy, friends, love life, and finances. How can we create a healthcare system that truly understands and respects people with disabilities? Operation House Call through the Onca, Massachusetts is doing just that. I'm the official ambassador for Operation House Call through the Onca, Massachusetts, which teaches medical students across all of Massachusetts. Our goal at Operation House Call is to break stereotypes by sharing our personal lived experiences and advocate for better understanding and respect for individuals who haven't had disabilities in the healthcare system. I also mentor new co-teachers, helping them build the confidence to share their own stories. Operation House Call is helping future doctors understand the unique needs of patients with disabilities. We are creating a more inclusive and empathetic healthcare system. This is a picture at Tufts University Medical School. This is one of the classes I was co-teaching at. Next to me are parent instructors who also share their lived experiences with medical students. How can our personal stories change the world around us? By sharing my story, I've been able to advocate for policies and programs that improve the lives of people with disabilities. I have testified for many bills, including the Police Training Bill, Healthcare Discrimination Bill, the Autism Care Act, the Education Bill, and Supported Decision-Making, to just name a few. I use my lived experience to help lawmakers understand the importance of these issues. Advocacy isn't just about speaking up for ourselves. It's about making sure others have the opportunity and support they need. And my journey has shown me the power of using our voices for change, whether it's at a local meeting or speaking on Capitol Hill. Advocacy makes a difference. Every time we tell our stories, we give a voice to those who haven't been heard yet. And that's what keeps me going. I want to make sure that everyone gets to live their best lives. That's why I continue to fight for change on both the state and national level. This is a picture of me standing next to Senator Ed Markey, and my mom is on the side of him. This was when I went to Washington, D.C. and got to meet Senator Markey and share my story with him. It was one of the most empowering experiences of my life so far. What drives us to keep moving forward even when the road is tough? For me, it's passion for helping others. I want to continue my work with Operation House Call. I will keep advocating for support decision-making until it becomes law. My goal in life is to keep advocating for others, helping people live their best lives, and making sure that everyone's vision gets heard. I believe that by working together, we can make the world a better place for everyone. This is a picture of me testifying at the State House for the Police Training Bill. The state representatives that I spoke in front of asked me a lot of questions after I spoke, and it made me feel my voice was important. How can we use our experiences to make a positive impact on the world? That's something I hope you'll all think about as you leave today. Life is full of challenges, but life is also a gift filled with opportunities to help others. Use our voices and create positive change. We all have stories to tell, and our experiences, no matter how difficult, can inspire others to make a difference. I'm committed to using my life to help others in any way I can, whether it's through teaching, advocacy, or simply being there for someone who needs support. I hope my story today has shown you the importance of speaking up and taking action and never giving up, no matter what obstacles you face. Our voices matter. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope it inspires you to make a difference in your own way. But before anything, this is a picture of me when I was in Washington. There was a sign on the wall that said, hall, so I made a hall reference. Anyways, thank you all. I don't know if you have time for questions today, but